So, you clicked on this video, right? Hi, family. Hi, everybody. I'm not going to try to make this dramatic or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to basically say some few things. This is not how the reveal was supposed to go, right? The reveal was supposed to be a highly edited video. It was going to be like, I was going to spin from my chair. You were going to hear like, and be like, haven't seen you in a long time. The video was going to be great. What happened was the last 3 days I've been doing this challenge. I'll get to everything. Don't worry, this will be a long video, whether y'all watch it or not. What happened was the last 3 videos are going to be not uploaded. And the reasoning why is because we have no internet. And if they do get uploaded, they do get uploaded. I don't know. This is not me in the future. Well, okay, I am in the future, but it gets complicated, right? If I do edit them, they're going to have to be edited and posted somewhere where we have internet or Wi-Fi, because Kumba chewed through all of our cables and we have no Wi-Fi right now. Meaning I was trying to upload the past 3 episodes today, which I'm recording this Thursday. And I was planning, well, I'll get to that later. But anyway, I was trying to plan this to be a big reveal, everything like that. It was going to be awesome. Obviously, I can't do that now. And I don't want to have to wait until Friday to do this reveal. And I'm kind of running out of time anyway. And you might be asking, why is that? And the reasoning why is because I've been on a fast for a week. And I know I said I was going to, y'all might have a lot of questions. But I think mostly everybody in our family has figured out, at least maybe not you, Dad, or you, Kara, or maybe even Christian or Chloe. But I know Macy probably has figured this out. If Macy sees this, yes, I'm talking to you. It was very hard to hide this away from you and David. Very, very hard. Because I worked out with you every day. But I will talk about this week's fast. So I went on a fast, obviously, because if you didn't know, these past 2 weeks with Mother's Day, Macy's birthday, and everybody else's birthday, or everything else that was going on, I decided, okay, I'm at this certain weight. I've gained probably 10 pounds back, whether it's because of water bloating or generally just because I did eat that much. I need to go on a fast to be able to at least keep my body weight down to where it was. So that's what I've been doing. And I just ended my 4-day fast. All I did was drink nothing but water. And then the 3rd day is where things kind of got iffy because I ate pickles. And then I had like a drink that was 0 calorie, but coconut cream. So I call it a dirty fast. But that's not why I'm here. The reason why this video is being recorded Thursday and not Friday like I originally wanted to is because I'm going to start my cheat day today. And I wanted to be in the best shape I possibly could be for y'all at the party, but that's not going to happen. And the reasoning why that's not going to happen is because today, on a water fast, if you don't know, you have to have sodium, potassium, salt, Himalayan salt, a bunch of stuff in your water to basically drink throughout the day to not feel like crap. Well, I stopped doing that 2 days into the fast, and lo and behold, I feel awful today. I'm feeling better because I've cheated today, but my stomach's not going to thank me later. But I just kind of want, now that that's all out of the way, I basically just want to say what I've been through, right? Because this isn't supposed to be like something that like is a big attention or anything like that. I want to start off with why I started this. And really the only reason why I started this whole YouTube channel, I guess some of me would say about 20% of it was because I wanted to see if I could start a YouTube channel, right? I wanted to see if I could get some views. but 80% of it was I just wanted to lose weight. I told y'all, I think, a long time ago that, especially when I kept on getting sick, I got very depressed. Not anything like that, but just very depressed because obviously, to me it felt like I had no excuse to be big and fat anymore because football season was done, and that was one of the main excuses I had. And while I saw my friends get fit, I was still staying the same. So I decided to go on a challenge, journey to getting abs. And the real challenge really was journey to gain abs, but it was also about just being better spiritually with God, um, being better mentally, again, physically. But the reason why I do Journey to Gain Abs as a title every single time is just because I think that is the best title. But really, the main goal was to lose weight. And it especially affected me so much that I wasn't losing weight when my friends were getting jacked in the gym. Knowing, why couldn't I do that? Why shouldn't I do that? So I'll basically talk about the first week. So if you see, first week, you'll see there's a big difference. Really, really big difference. I have to sometimes click on that video because unfortunately I feel like I have body dysmorphia sometimes. So I'll look and I'll be like, dang, I used to be pretty big. And this is nowhere near where I want to end the challenge, but sadly, there's a time limit. And obviously, before y'all say anything, well, are you going to continue this? Yes, obviously I'm going to continue this. But I wanted to see what experiment I could do before graduation. That's why this challenge is called Experiment 316 or 319. I don't know, 316, 319. And the reason why is because that's a Bible verse talking about don't let gluttony get to you, don't sin, all of that stuff. So that's why this is called Experiment 316. But basically, the first week was me really pumped up and excited, and then that's basically it. I went on a 1,000-calorie diet, and unfortunately, I wasn't taking care of my body, and I was still recovering from sickness. That my body was easily able to get under the influence of more sickness. So for about a whole month, and I've already checked, it's been 3 months since I've been doing this. For a whole month, I got sick. Obviously, y'all remember when I had that pneumonia constantly, COVID constantly, and that put me in an even bigger depression. And as you can see, if you do look, there's certain days that are gone, like 7 days, because I was just sick for a long time. So that really did suck, and I cheated a lot because I was like, well, I can't do it. Might as well cheat every single day. And that's the reasons why I got even more depressed, was because I remember telling you this specifically, Dad and Macy and Chloe, that like it got so bad. My room was filled with cans. I mean, you couldn't go into my room without stumbling on a food wrapper. And I would just constantly stay in my bed. And it got so bad that when mom would order food, that's all I would look up to. That's all I would look for. I'd be like, okay, in 2 hours, if I fall asleep, Mom will order food again. And it got bad. So then for that slump, I think that was from like day 1 to something, I don't know. I finally got out of that phase. I stopped being sick, and we were still on a 1,000-calorie diet, but I was losing weight. And I don't know what the time frame from this was, but I started to lose weight. And was it the best way to lose weight? Probably not. But for me, I'm really good on strict diets. Not so good on your diets where you only minus 500 from your maintenance calorie. But for me, it was working. I was losing weight. Was I losing muscle? Yes, most definitely. But for a long time there, and you'll see in these videos if y'all ever want to watch them. Again, I just made these videos purely for y'all. That was 80% of the motive, because especially for Dad, I know you wanted to move, and I'm very glad that you moved, and very glad you have somebody in your life to help you with a new era, I would say, for you, that you definitely deserved. I thought, well, he's sad and he probably misses his family. Why not make something that will show what I've been doing my whole senior year, almost my whole senior year besides football? And that's kind of what I did for Chloe, Christian, Grandma, anybody. And I don't expect y'all, if y'all don't want to watch these videos and be like, oh, hey, that's cool, Tony. I'm not going to watch them. Totally fine. I just thought it would be a good thing because, especially me, I've grown up realizing how much pictures and videos and everything like that is just so important. I used to not like taking pictures, still don't sometimes, but I don't want to grow up at age 80 and not find out what I was doing back in the day, or I want to be able to put a smile on my face and be like, that was me, or I don't know. But enough with the the sadness. Yeah. So obviously, I kept on lifting and lifting and lifting. Well, not lifting. Sorry, not lifting. I kept on doing cardio, 1,000 calories. Cardio, 1,000 calories. I mean, my diet used to be probably 2 eggs in the morning, 2 eggs after school, and then for dinner, like a piece of chicken and some rice or something like that. It wasn't big at all. And although I was trying to get my protein in, it was very hard for me to get my protein in. So obviously I lost a lot of muscle. Um, but then we move on to the next era. And by this time, I think I think at the start of this challenge, I was 245 pounds. And I'll get into what my weight is in a second. I'm not going to show it stepping on the thing because I literally just ate, so that's going to affect my weight. But I did make sure to check it in the morning. But so yeah, I did that for a couple of times. And you have to realize, obviously, when I started this challenge, I was 245, right? But I mean, y'all have known losing weight. I've been struggling with almost my whole life. I mean, I can't just say that I started this challenge when the first YouTube video was uploaded. No, I mean, this was sophomore year. I was trying to lose weight, and Dad, you can definitely tell because there's so many times we went on diets together, and I went on a diet with you when you lost your weight. So, what was I gonna say? I forgot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. So, if y'all didn't know, there was at some point where I was genuinely happy that I broke this record on the scale, right? Like, I was like, I need a gold medal. I need a gold medal for doing this. At some point in my life, I was 280 pounds. And at the time, I was happy because I thought 280 pounds was acceptable because I thought that somebody's genes were going to kick in. Dad, I thought I was going to get my 6'4" genes, but instead I got my 5'11". So at the time I thought, I'll be 280. I'm 5'10" right now. I'll grow 5 inches, 7 inches, whatever. And that's just going to make my weight distribute to where I only have to lose 20 pounds to look jacked. Obviously, that didn't happen. More I grew older, the more me and you, Dad, realized that was not going to happen. And that's kind of when I realized football wasn't going to happen. So as much as I would like to say that this diet started earlier, it didn't. It started, I mean, as much as I want to say it started that first video, it didn't. It started a long time ago. Hold on. Oh, no, hold on. Let me check. This is mom's. Okay. But yeah, so where was I? I know this is a long video. You don't have to watch the whole thing. I can explain it to y'all when I get there too. But so after that, I actually started to eat good and I increased my calories to 1,500. And you got to understand, I think of myself as someone that's very knowledgeable on all of this stuff, but at the same time, there's even mistakes I make when I diet. And the reason why I think I'm so knowledgeable is because obviously you, Dad, Macy, everything y'all do, I took a note from that, even Kara. Just everything y'all did helped me. And even Chloe. Just every little fitness thing, I took notes of what not to do, what to do. But obviously, I'm young and I made some mistakes, right? So I went to 1,500 calories and try to get in as much protein as I possibly could. Most of the days I'd only get 180, and I did that for a very consistent amount of time. Actually, I think I went to 1,500 calories almost for the entire time, halfway maybe through the YouTube journey. And for me, this is when the body dysmorphia came in. I couldn't really tell when I was losing weight. It just didn't feel like I was losing weight at some times. I think I had 2 cheat days in the middle of this journey. I mean, even in the first video I have, second video is, did I fail the challenge? I mean, that's how early I failed. I failed in the second day, which is really funny because you'll see I started this challenge and then did I fail this challenge? But I think this just motivated me to go even further and even further. And I'm not saying the body dysmorphia helped. It definitely didn't. But it definitely pushed me stronger and stronger. And it really did just control me, to be like, I just need to push myself more and more. Hold on. Sorry. I'm in a different place now because I was closing the door for Mom. The garage door doesn't work. But yeah, the body dysmorphia just really took full front, and even Macy, you could tell for sure. And I actually help you. All right, I thank you so much for helping me and David get through this, because y'all would tell me like, "No, you look good, man." It hurts to say this, but I didn't really think the diet was working until I put on shorts that last year wouldn't have never fit me. I mean, I couldn't get them above my knees, and y'all know me, I was in 2X shorts, and even those sometimes barely fit. And then I was magically able to put 2XL shorts on. I mean, XL shorts on. That was one of the first moments I realized, okay, I've lost some weight. But I think as soon as I got to 211, I had another cheat day, right? And when you have cheat days, and especially for someone like me, who, yes, I did say I had multiple cheat days throughout this whole challenge, I didn't have them often, especially in 3 months. So for me, it was not normal, even though I try to prepare myself as much as I possibly can. On my cheat days, I went pretty hard, and I would gain like 6 pounds back up. Whether it was because of water weight or whatever reasoning, I didn't like it, which led me to kind of do what I'm doing right now, which is fasting or trying to find different ways. And it kind of made me depressed at the same time. But we kept on hitting the gym every day. I kept on getting more consistent. At some point I realized I need to get my protein in, but I can still go on an aggressive cut. And the next challenge I had, which was not too long ago, was me being stuck at 208. I mean, I would weigh myself every day, which I know you're not necessarily supposed to do, but when you get addicted to losing weight, that's just what happens. So that's what I did. Every single day, I would weigh myself. And at some point, I mean, I'm going to admit this, it got to me. I mean, stepping on the scale for 3 weeks in a row, seeing that you're just 208 every single time, just really gets to you. And yeah, I think Macy could tell, and this is why I thank her so much, for giving me a body fat scan. And whether or not it was because my metabolism slowed down or I was getting in good amount of protein while also going on an aggressive cut, that I was gaining muscle as fast as my fat was going, I don't know. But the scale really did help me see that I was 21% body fat. And you might think, like, isn't 21 like normal? I think I'm more around 23%. But you gotta understand, I used to be 280, 245. My body fat percentage was 35%. So that's a very huge difference for me. I mean, 6% more, and you can basically see my abs. So I'm excited for that to be my next journey, but I'm gonna get into that later. But I saw that, and I told myself, I remember this day very clearly because it didn't happen too long ago. I think Macy still saw that I was just weirded out by the results, kind of in shock. But that day, I basically said, you know what? I have to celebrate myself for 21% body fat. I'm just going to go on a cheat day. And that started the 2-week process of just cheat days because of mom's graduation, Macy's birthday. And I don't want this to make it seem like cheat days were bad. Like, especially when y'all watch this, Chloe, when we celebrated Macy's birthday party, I was totally fine with that cheat day. And I'm glad we did that cheat day because it helped me discover water fast. Am I ever going to do a water fast ever again? Probably not. I mean, I want to say I was very strong on this water fast, but this sucks. Not eating food sucks. It really does. And drinking slime water. But I kept on getting on these cheat days. And sometimes I wouldn't work out. Sometimes I would work out because graduation got so close that I said, screw it. I have to go on a water fast. That's the only thing that's going to help me. And I am officially at a very good weight. But I know I kind of skipped over all the videos. Or most of what I said were just specific time periods I remember. Obviously, I can't remember all of the 67 videos I posted because you got to remember, again, some days I didn't post just because of some things came up or whatever. You can clearly see my editing skills kind of get better and better throughout the time. First videos are going to be kind of hard to watch because I'm just yapping. But the reason why I made this video is just because I want to thank all of y'all. I want to thank Macy. And I know I'm not trying to be sappy or anything, but genuinely, like, I appreciate everything y'all did for me. I want to thank Macy. Mom wanted me to write you a letter, which I probably still will, but I just want to thank you personally for being there in my life sometimes, and I don't want this to sound rude, but almost being a mom figure for me. I want to thank Chloe for stepping up too and almost being a mom figure. You know, sometimes I would come up to y'all and, obviously y'all are my sisters and I love y'all, but there were some times where I definitely relied on y'all and y'all helped me out, whether it was rides, whether it was just taking me to football practice every single day. I mean, you didn't have to do that, but you did, because a lot of it was you kind of saw, I want to give Tony a better childhood than we had. And this isn't to hurt you, Dad, or anything like that. They had a good childhood. No, I'm not getting it wrong. It wasn't all like, I'm painting a picture like it was horrible. No, it wasn't horrible. But there's just some stuff that I was fortunate to have that they weren't. And a lot of that was having older sisters to grow up on and take you to stuff. So I thank you. And there's so much more I got to thank y'all on, but I'm just trying to make it fast. I want to thank Christian. I don't know. To me, it just feels like I got another brother. My dad and mom were always saying something about, like, let's have another kid. And this might be weird for you, Kara. I'm sorry. But our whole family despised that idea. I was like, I don't want a little brother. But I never saw what I thought was something that's life-changing was an older brother. And Christian, I definitely consider you an older brother. I mean, you know that. We play, we do stuff. And I'm glad I have you, man. It's been amazing. It's been fun playing with you. Love to do it. Love playing Magic the Gathering. I mean, I'm going to be honest. The reason why I wanted to lose so much fat off me is because, to me, there was a lot of stuff I liked, and I shoved my interests down the drain when I went to school, because there's a lot of things like anime, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, all of that. Let's be honest, it's a little bit nerdy. And when you mention them to your friends, they look at you like you're disgusted, depending on what friends you have, right? But no one really bats an eye when you're skinny and you say all this stuff and you actually are charismatic and all of this stuff. And that's one of the also reasons. But you showed me that I don't really need to care about that, right? Who cares if we play Magic together? Who cares if we play Dungeons and Dragons, right? Now, my friends are playing Wizard 101. Like, it's crazy because all they used to play is shooters. And I just want to thank you for letting me be able to have my interests really spoken out loud, and you helped me like grow them and really appreciate those things I used to like. Dad, I just want to say, although you weren't there for half of senior year, and this is why I mainly made these videos. You've been in my life for how many years? I mean, 17 plus. 17 plus. I just want to thank you for supporting whatever I did. And I know you wanted me to play football, but I was always scared to tell you I didn't want to play football. But now that I look back at it, I'm just so thankful you made me play football. And even though my relationship got dimmer and dimmer throughout the years because of Coronado, and we all know why Coronado sucked, I just want to thank you. It taught me a lot of life lessons, and I'm just so glad that you supported me when I wanted to quit, even though I didn't. That was really something special to me. But even before that, I mean, you've always supported me. And that's just amazing because some fathers out there, some people don't have a father. And, sometimes we got into arguments, big arguments. I just want to say that our bond, I feel like, grew stronger from that. And at some point, you know what point I'm talking about, our bond kind of got a little bit close to the bonfire. But that would have been one of the things I regretted in my life. If anything was to happen where we did get close to that bonfire, because you've done so much, man. I mean, I really, all of y'all, I can't really put into words how much y'all have done. It's mean a lot. But just from meal prepping with me to trying to lose weight to encouraging to introducing me to the gym, to making me meals, to making me food, to just being there, especially when the divorce was going on. I mean, it just means a lot. So I just want to thank you for that. Now I do want to talk about Kara. I don't know if she's going to be like, why am I in this? You helped a lot too. And what I mean by this is, especially, don't worry, I'm not going to show this to Mom. This is why I'm mentioning Kara. Don't worry. I'll probably talk to Mom or write a letter to Mom her own way or whatever. But I just want to say thank you, Kara, because at some point, and I know this might feel a little bit weird, but although I genuinely meant that text I sent you, although you are technically my stepmom, you definitely felt like my mom at some point. I mean, there was a lot of things that you did. You got out of your comfort zone to try to accept me when you didn't have to accept me. It was my dad and you. You don't have to accept me, but I'm glad you did. And there were some times where I didn't talk that much. I was very introverted, but I want to just thank you for everything you did. Just letting me chill at the house, letting me, just off the break a little bit, because I promise you, there's so many things you could have chewed me out at your house that I did. And even though I was trying to be the most careful with your house, there was a lot of things I did wrong. And I'm just glad with how you treated me. And I appreciate that, being so cheerful about things happening to me, caring about me, even though I just showed up in your life, I don't know, maybe a year ago. But as our relationship has grown stronger, I just thank you for the little things, like the way you helped my dad forever feel happy and just feel happy for this part of his life that he definitely deserves. Because again, he always said, and it's a little bit selfish when he said it, but I understand where he comes from. He's like, yeah, like, I'll always be able to talk to y'all, to the family, but like, I want to spend time with my wife. And I totally understand that now. I understand that now. But I also just want to thank you again for the fitness tips that you might have not directly gained. I got, but I gained from you. All of the stuff that my dad would tell me, be like, yeah, dude, like, try Kara's workouts. Like, they destroy me. Or, yeah, Kara will run for like 3 miles or something like that. And that definitely helped throughout the journey. You'll see at some point I would just run. I would just run, take off, and it's gotten to the point where I can do 2 miles easily. I mean, 2 miles is not hard for me to do anymore. But I think Nene and Grandma are gonna be at my graduation, and Joe maybe. And Dickie. So I kind of want to thank all of y'all together, because as much as I would like to thank each and every one of y'all, this video has been going on for 30 minutes. All right, I gotta end this up real quick. All of y'all, I mean, from Grandma, Nene, Joe, Dickie, it's been amazing that y'all have been in New Braunfels and have shown me something that I really couldn't understand. And what I mean by that is just going to New Braunfels, visiting family, and really learning the time is precious. And when I mean this, I mean, I would love to see y'all, all of y'all, more, but there's only so many times I've seen y'all. But in the amount of times I've seen y'all, it's made me want to go over there more and more. I mean, if someone says, what's your dream vacation? I would say New Braunfels, because just spending time with y'all was so enjoyable. I could tell you a list of reasons why it was enjoyable, but I just want to kind of leave it there. I just love y'all's company, love Grandma, love Dickie, Joe, Nene, and I know Joe, Nene, y'all have y'all's own life, so it's kind of hard to see us most of the time, but I do want to say the time we did spend together was very, very nice. I also want to say, Grandma, thank you for letting us, be in our house and everything, and Dickie and all that. And okay, sorry, I was reading the text. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Thank y'all all for so much y'all have done for me. But enough of that. I want to show the physique before I get super bloated and everything like that. So I will show the physique. Now hold on. Don't think I'm going to have abs, because I told you I felt that challenge. I mean, I don't have any abs right now. But this is probably the best I will look. Should have recorded this in the morning, but I don't know why I didn't. So hold on. So this is the physique right now. Now, all of that talking that I just did, you might be like, okay, Tony, this might be the body dysmorphia talking to me. You might be like, Tony, I think y'all will say I lost weight. I don't know. I can definitely tell. I've lost 42 pounds. Remember, I was 280 at some point, so if you count that, I've lost over 80 pounds. But let me switch back to my actual thing now. So yeah, last time I weighed myself, and this is fasting, so there was a lot of water weight involved with this, but I was 199. It was incredible to see that I was 199, and that is what makes fasting so addicting, seeing that weight drop every single time. But I really don't want to be a twig after fasting for 40 days and then lose all of my muscle, because at that point, building muscle is extremely hard. So I'm not going to do that anymore. But I guess the future of this channel, I just want to put this out, because I'll let y'all watch the videos if y'all ever want to watch a video, or just see like, oh, let's click on this one. Don't watch day 18. Please don't watch it was day 17 or 18. One of them is just, I don't know, I was just editing and trying to make it into like a horror video for some reason. I don't know why. My friend dared me to. But don't watch that one. That's the only video I don't want y'all to watch. Basically, what I'm going to do with this channel, I don't know. I have no clue what I'm going to do with this channel. Obviously, this channel is pretty dead. I mean, if you actually look, there's comments of people saying like, oh, keep it up, keep the work up and everything like that. Obviously, some of them are my friends, but it was really cool. And I want to thank y'all too. Thank all of y'all for being on this journey with me. All those people that were there commenting. There was especially one guy that would comment almost every single day and still hops in from time to time. I mean, I could list all their names. Well, some of them had odd usernames, so it's kind of hard. But I want to thank y'all too. But besides that, that also helped me get through the challenge. But what am I going to do with this channel? This might be the end of the channel. I mean, I might post more videos. I don't know. I just wanted to, this was really for y'all. This was just to have an archive of memories of me. But But that's kind of all I wanted to say. I mean, there's not much for me else to say except watch the videos if y'all want to watch the videos. Didn't want it to be too sappy, too long. But yeah, I just want to thank y'all for supporting me until graduation. And even though I don't want to make graduation a big deal, I just want to make it a big deal for y'all because y'all have helped me through my life so much. And that's all. So I guess I'll see y'all, I guess, when I see y'all. Bye-bye.